Why, good morning, everyone. This is Jennifer Sanchez. You are watching the Wise Morning Coffee Chat Show. I'm excited this morning because, well, one, I definitely am tired because it's Monday, but I'm excited. I was up and at them at 5:30 in the morning on this prayer call. So we are live right now. You're watching the Wise Morning Coffee Chat Show. I'm your host, Jennifer Sanchez. I'm the founder of the Women's Institute of Self Development and Efficacy, WISE for short. I know that's super long, but we are a group that helps women become unshakable, faith filled, and purpose driven through workshops, retreats, conferences. We put on networking events, coaching, and mentorship and membership community. So, super excited this morning. That's who I am. I will pass it over to my co host and then we'll introduce our guest today.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ladies. I'm always excited to be on the show. Thank you, Jennifer, for having me. And I'm looking so forward to meeting getting to know more about Dr. Cara Dentley. My name is Kimberly Montesinos. I am also a part of the WISE community. I am the owner of Crystal Clear Cleaning, which provides residential and commercial cleaning services to the Northwest suburbs. I'm a mom and entrepreneur, and I am just elated to be here this morning.
Yes, thanks, Kim. Kim's awesome, you guys. And then, of course, we need to pass it down to our guest, Dr. Kara Dentley. Let them know who you are, please.
Well, good morning, ladies. Thank you both for having me on. Jennifer reached out to me and was like, "Hey, are you ready for this morning?" And they always say that if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So it's an honor to be here with you, ladies. I am a scientist. I retired from the federal government at the age of 35, and after proclaiming that I would do so at the age of 18. Since then, I've become an entrepreneur. I have my own clothing line. I am in the health and wellness field. My
Mm.
husband has his own streaming network, JD3 TV. So I encourage you to go there because you get exclusive, amazing content from everyday, amazing people who have their story to share and have access to resources that people don't even know that's out there. So I am a mom. I am a wife. I do so many different things as we all do. As we all do. But guess what? The beautiful thing is we make it happen.
Yeah.
Make it happen. So it's an honor to be here. For all of the listeners that are out there, good morning. Have an amazing day. I'm happy to see you all here. And we just get started with the show.
Yeah, let's do it. I am actually very intrigued that you went from science. You gotta tell us about the shift, right? Um, how it goes from science to fashion, right? Essentially, the fashion, or what would we call it? Like clothing, right?
You know, when well, it is fashion if you look at it in the sense of the design, but it's more so about the movement. It's about the mission. It's about the logo and what everything about what it stands for. It's a vibe. And that's what I
Mm,
tell people all the time is there's a lot of um, attention goes into it. Um, it's been a few years in the development and now it's full throttle. But I really wanted my heart to be, and I didn't just want to throw something out there because I wanted people to know there's a whole meaning behind this, right? So life is for live in full expression because there are
Mm.
so many people who aren't. And
mm,
reminder to live in full expression, whatever that means to you. And
mhm.
then it's through love, inspiration, faith, and experiences. That's what life is.
I love that.
Mhm.
Love, inspiration, faith, and experiences. And if you just, every single day when you go through life, if you just kind of think about those things, am I loving today? Am I inspired today? Am I operating in faith? Am I having an amazing experience and offering the same thing to other people I come in contact with?
Mhm.
It's
Yes.
life, right? So then there's the abundance because that's what God wants for each of us to just operate in abundance. And you can't put a price tag on that. It could be anything. It could be an abundance in health. It could
Mm,
be an abundance in joy, peace. You get to choose, right?
mhm.
So then
Yes.
there's the light that shine within each of us. There's the water drop because water is everything. to everybody. Everything that lives need water. And then there's a key to just remind us that we have access. And as a matter of fact, we are the access. And I wear keys all the time. People who know me know that I wear keys. So that shift it's more of a movement. It's more of a lifestyle of just being present.
Amen. I love that. That's deep. That's deep. So let me show these comments. We have Jamalette. She said, "Good morning, ladies." Good morning. And then we have Liza. She said, "So true." And let's go before we get into conversation, because I'm very intrigued. And actually, Dr. Cara, you definitely intrigued me yesterday. I'm observant, and I love yesterday when I was watching you. I noticed the keys. The keys were right away. First, I loved your dress you had on yesterday. Yeah, and I complimented you on it. And then I saw the keys, and I thought, this is cool. And then when you were talking, and I know I sit back and I observe, and I was like, I'm loving her vibe. I'm loving the energy that she's projecting. And I said, I gotta bring her on the show. Let's do this. Let's figure it out. And she was just like, she was ready. I'm texting her at 6:30 in the morning, like, I forgot to tell you yesterday, last night, in the link. Can we do it this morning? And she's like, yeah. I was like, oh, yes, So I see ladies jumping on. Good morning, ladies. Everyone that's jumping on. And she said, good morning, chicas. Good morning, Cindy. So let's go into coffee time, because this is the whole premise of the show, right? How many times have you met entrepreneurs? Yes, boss lady. I love that cup. How many times have you met someone and they're like, let's go get a cup of coffee so we can get to know each other, right? Kim, you're a big networker.
Oh my God, I love it.
You know what I'm talking about, right? So I've become very strategic and said, no, we're doing this in a show. We're doing, I don't got time to go meet people for coffee all the time, because the commute, the sit down, the drinking, and going back home, like you're spending half of your day meeting people. So I'm like, I want to bring it here in a show setting so that everyone could get to know each other live. So that's the whole. So, Kim, what are you drinking this morning?
You know what? It's just regular Irish cream and coffee from my Keurig, but it's good.
Irish cream and coffee. See, you get to know somebody with what they're drinking. I truly believe that. And Dr. Cara, I think we should make these frozen.
I'm here.
What are you drinking this morning?
I'm actually drinking this amazing. Yes, okay, there we go. This amazing, it's a slimming coffee, believe it or not. So, ladies, there is a such thing. And guess what? I drink it just the way that I like my coffee. I still add my creamer, because I still like my coffee the way I like my coffee. But if I'm going to have it, I want it to be a healthy slimming coffee, right? Because sometimes we're like, I don't want the caffeine, I don't want this. But this has Garcinia Cambogia in it. And I mix it with the detox. There's a detox coffee that I mix it with, and it tastes so good. And when I recommend it to people, even my husband, he's not a coffee drinker, but he would drink this coffee because it's really smooth. It's really smooth. So so that's what I'm drinking. It's called Delgada. I would be happy to get you some information if you want it. I'll even send out some samples if your audience, or if you ladies want to try it, or if you're a coffee drinker, listening audience, they're like, hey, a slimming coffee, bring it on.
Yes, bring it on for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
All about slimming.
Yeah, we're all about slimming, so we're good with that. You can bring it, you can send it, we'll promote it. You'll be our sponsor. We'll do it.
Let's do it. Because I swear, doesn't it seem like sometimes it's like we could enjoy something, or anything can come up. Weight just come on out of the blue. We're like, where did this come from? I mean, it could be happy weight. It could be sad weight, especially women. We're like, what in the world? Wait, something has to stop. So, with that being said, when you're intentional about and just being conscious of what you're putting in your system. Like we have to be so in
Mhm.
tune with our bodies.
Right.
I mean, I know that. I mean, we're talking, and this is how I have conversations with my girlfriend. So hey, y'all.
Yeah.
But I'm like, we have to be so intentional on what we put in our bodies,
Yeah.
and sometimes our bodies send us signals, and we ignore it.
Yes.
So when you can, there's always an alternative, and that's what we have to know as well. Because I know people that's like, I like coffee. When I drink it, for whatever reason, I get headaches and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, well, have you tried a different coffee? Your body is telling you something. No, I
Mhm.
haven't. I haven't tried a different coffee. I'm like, well, there you have options, and I
Mm.
think that is so empowering to just let women know that we have options. Never
Amen.
feel like you're pigeonholed into anything. You have options in
Mm.
life, not just with your coffee.
Yeah, I love that.
Making those decisions, man, it's so key.
Yeah, no, this is great. You're preaching through coffee. Like honestly, it's true. If something's wrong, I personally I'm a coffee drinker. I think I love it. You know when it's good coffee, and I say this all the time, when it's black. No cream, no sugar. If you can drink it
Right,
straight
right.
and when you especially for like coffee, black coffee specifically is good for the runners, right? So I do have that nonprofit, that running community.
Yeah,
So I've always just trained myself to enjoy coffee, so I would love to try your coffee,
Me
um
too.
and see what that's like, because I'm
yeah.
very, when you're training you have to be very specific on what you're consuming, so I understand that.
So count it done, ladies.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
do it. So I'm still drinking my basic old McCafe coffee. So from the Keurig, I just bought the little McCafe thing, put in the Keurig, and it says, "A wise woman once said, a la chingada, and lived happily ever after." Just saying, you know. Just so it's not the best translation. I'm not gonna say what a la chingada means. It's
I
kind of
have to
saying
look
F
it up.
it, in Spanish. But yeah, she lived happily ever after. So
Oh
that's what it's
wow.
about. So
I can just imagine.
so I have here some comments. We have Jamalet. She said, I love going out for coffee with friends. I'm drinking Dunkin' coffee with hazelnut creamer. Yum. We also have her say, interesting. I want to try that. Yes, please. I want to try that coffee. Yeah, now we're all trying to figure out how to slim down with some coffee.
Drink
Mhm.
coffee, okay? It's enough to this.
Yes. And then Gemma said, facts. Life is all about being intentional. And I
Mm.
totally agree. And I'm so glad that Gemma's on, because I'm definitely going to promote the event that we're going to have for her and her family. And we'll talk about that at the end. So we're a big community that believes that we take care of our own. We support our own. That's what I'm about. And I would expect that if I'm part of a community, I would hope that they would want to take care of me. So I do, and I know not everyone's like that, but that's just how I am, right?
Mhm.
But let's go back to Dr. Cara Dantley. Tell us how did all this start? This line of clothing. Like what was the inspiration behind it?
Mm.
It started with just being going to different events, and I would always just connect with people, and it was like you said, it's just we have to stay connected. It's like you come into this moment where you meet people, and then it's like wow, and you're thinking about the evening when you get home. The next day you may reflect on a conversation that you had, and you're like wow, I want to stay in touch. And I just started to think about just how organic relationships form. You
Mhm.
meet somebody at an event, next thing you know, they're in your wedding. They're the
Yeah.
godparents to your children. You're like, how did this happen? And you start to just chase, you just start to reflect back and look at the breadcrumbs of how everything kind of evolved. And it's like, this is what God intends for us to do, but to stay connected. So I was having a conversation with one of my friends who also has a clothing line. And I was like, she was like, Carrie, what's your brand? And I'm like, me. I'm my brand. It's me. And I was just talking about how organic relationships form and how it just being a scientist, how so many things operate according to different physical laws. And
Mm.
even with the people you surround yourself with, like understanding these laws. And I'll tell you one thing, just being a scientist, that laws are pretty much, especially here on Earth, let me say that, they're set in stone, like the law of gravity. You know, you can't, it is what it is you
Mhm.
can't, if you say you didn't know about it, that has nothing to do with the fact that the law of gravity still exists. You
Mhm.
can't like jump out of an airplane like, well, I didn't know, you know. So these laws exist that actually help to formulate and to sustain certain relationships. When people feel like they're stuck, there are certain physical laws that are in play that people are totally unaware of because they don't understand these laws. It's not a theory. You have scientific theories that are still being tested, but when there's a law, then you want to abide by it. So when I was talking about the clothing line and how things just kind of unfold and how abundance is our birthright, she was just like, "Well, you should have a clothing line." I was like, "Well, yeah, I mean, but I'm not really like your fat. You know, I like to dress, but I dress me."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, why not?" And it just came down to just why not?
Why
When
not?
Wow.
I made the logo, and I know that, and it just came at the perfect time with pandemic because everybody was like, I just want to chill, you know, I just want on a nice hoodie where I could just kind of just relax and just, you know, and I was just like, you know, I work out, I'm into fitness. What about these leggings, these, you know, sports bras, hoodies, you know, because when I'm not dressed, I'm your hoodie girl. You know,
Mhm.
I come way down. I have on my gym shoes, my sweats, go work out, take a
Yes.
long bike ride. And man, I'm like, I'm not the only one. And as moms, this become our look. This
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is the look. You're running kids to school, you taking them to soccer, and you know, and even if you're not a mom and you're just out and about, this is the look.
Mhm.
If you're traveling, you want your hoodie, your warm hoodie. So you don't have to worry about carrying a blanket, or you know, you just want your warm hoodie. So, and all of my hoodies have a satin lining to protect our hair. So it's all intentional.
Oh, I love that. Kim, what do you think?
I'm just amazed. And I love the law of gravity in the perspective of relationships. I'd love to,
Mm.
I know there's not a lot of time with the coffee chat, but girlfriend, that is a great Pandora box, did I say, to open up? Because I think people who might not understand can, that is a relatable topic to some, right? There's always, like
Mm.
you said, there's options. I found that very interesting in a scientific form of the law, like you said, the law of gravity. Well, the law of attraction, there's laws to that, right? And so putting it in
Mm.
the perspective of our earthly laws allows some people who might think, I don't want to get there, I don't want to go there, but it's an earthly law. I love how you put that. Very, very intentional in that. And I just, that really opened up another part of me to think, wow, okay, the scientific way of looking at things. I never thought of it like that. So I was really honed in on that piece. That was beautiful. And of course, I love your intention of your fashion line. That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I always
Mm-hmm.
tell people that there's awareness,
Mm-hmm.
then observation of
Mm-hmm.
what
Mm.
you just became aware of,
Mm-hmm.
and then you come into agreement with it.
Amen.
Mm.
Amen. Yes.
So most people
Wow.
aren't aware. And
Mm,
that's the key. If we could make more people aware that anything, because most people aren't stuck. They're just in this rotation of certain habits. They're in
mhm.
a paradigm and they need a paradigm shift. They need something else to say, oh, I I didn't know. And that's why having these coffee chats, and I'm just so grateful for you ladies, and bringing other people in to, you know, to come in agreement with these type of conversations, because when you can impact the community of women, you impact the community around the world. You impact the
Yes.
globe. So raising that level of awareness, because we're child rearing, we're doing all types of things. We run the household from the standpoint that our energy shifts the whole house.
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
we come in upset, the whole house is shut down.
Yeah.
If we're happy, everybody's happy.
Yeah.
But if we can do certain things to make sure that we stay in alignment and we keep our energy on point for not just for us, but also for the good of the household, that just simply comes from awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So,
I love this authentic conversation. I love that you said, why not? Right? Why not have a clothing line? Right? Like, I mean, that's kind of like our model. Everything should be our model like that. Like, why not? Like, if they could do it, I could do it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna share this really quick funny story because you're gonna crack up about hoodies. I love hoodies. I love dressing down. I love casual. Like, can I dress up? Sure, I could dress up if I want to, right? But sometimes it's easier to just dress down, just be in a hoodie and some jeans and some gym shoes, right? All right.
Yep.
So, I got the running community, and I was telling you, Kim, yesterday this
Mm-hmm.
story, right? And I was still trying to play off, can I go to networking events in gym shoes? So so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go. I got the running community. I'm just gonna. This is my brand now, right? I'm gonna just tell me why a woman called me out, Miss Liza, in this community, and she was like, she took a picture. She saw a picture online. She circled my gym shoes, and she was like, "It's time to retire the gym shoes." I was like, "Darn it!" I was like, dang it. Looking at my phone, I was like, you right, you right. I shouldn't be going to no networking events in gym shoes, but I was trying to play it off.
I was this close to wanting to wear one of my satin jackets, something with my brand on it, but I said no. The night before, well, Thursday for the premiere, I did. I have satin jackets and I have my logo blinged out on the back.
Oh, nice.
And
Oh,
I was
wow.
wearing this jacket. And,
Nice.
and people understood because I'm like, look, if I could wear everybody else's, you know, but yeah, I was
Yes.
close to yesterday. I was like, and I was like,
Yep.
no.
Yep. So I stepped up my game. I was like, during the pandemic, all I had was hoodies. All I had was gym shoes and like leggings and workout clothes. Like, I was like, darn, I gotta go shop. I gotta go buy more clothes. So let me show these comments here. We have Jamila. She said, "Yes, I love me some hoodies." Liza, who called me, I was like, "Nope." She put,
Definitely.
she put wear some bling gym shoes so you can be comfortable. I have seen now, and I don't know if you've ladies seen it. The gym shoes now are all sparkly and they look like they're dressed up. I have seen that. And then there are women watching everywhere. Yes, Liza. So she called me out, and I was like, fine, you right.
My niece went to prom with gym shoes.
Did she?
Wow.
She had on a big ball gown. It's on my Facebook page, a big ball gown. I didn't know what kind of shoes she had on because the dress was so long. And
Oh,
then my sister, which is her mom, said, "Show your shoes," and they were the cutest Converse that were blinged out, and it matched her dress. I
Oh,
was
wow.
nice.
cool, so she could dance all night.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
that's true.
And you
She's
couldn't see the
comfortable.
That's a bling Converse.
video. Hmm.
Yes.
They were
Absolutely.
too cute, too cute.
Yes, I love it. Well, I love it. And I love accountability. I love this conversation. I love the fact that we can be our authentic selves, right? I love that that's how you lead. That's how Kim leads as well. We're all about authenticity here. Like, I can't be fake.
Mm.
It
It
takes
doesn't
too
work
much
for
effort.
anybody. Yeah, it doesn't work for anybody.
Mm,
If people are honest with themselves, it doesn't work for anybody. I think it's time to take off the veils and the mask and I'm not talking about the pandemic mask. I'm talking about the face mask. Like,
Mhm,
take it
mhm.
off because you will attract your authentic community.
yes.
Mm.
Your tribe will know your vibe. You will feel freer. You will feel lighter. You will feel alive. So if you're out there and
Oh,
you're feeling like, well, I have to go according to say as who? Say
Mm,
as who?
oh
Who's
my God.
time?
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just love when you said, because I thought I had a tribe. That's so funny when you're authentic. And when you are your authentic self in the wrong tribe, there's resistance.
mm, that's
I
true.
need to write
That's
that
good.
down.
That's good.
That just
Yeah,
poured on me. That's God. So yes, I just wrote that down. Because when you're your authentic self and you bring it, some people will try to embrace it because either they like it or they want something from it. You have to watch the intention. But what being authentic does is eventually it does attract your right tribe. You're so right, Dr. Cara. And then the wrong tribe just kind of
it
fades
fizzled
away.
out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
I
it doesn't
love
mean
that.
bad, just not on the same vibration.
Right,
Yep.
right, right. Absolutely. I mean, there's different levels of tribes, right? You have
Right.
your family tribe, you have your business tribe, you might have your mastermind tribe. I mean, I understand that, but I love what you just said about just being yourself because it brings who you need and what your own tribe. That
Hmm.
is very well said, and it's very, very true. Um, and it allows you to live your life how you want to.
Hmm. Yes.
Amen. Oh,
This is
wow.
good.
I'm
This is
loving this
good.
coffee chat.
Yeah, this is a great conversation, and
Yes,
this one's good. This one's good. I mean, they're all good, but this one's amazing,
yes,
right?
no,
So,
yeah.
Liza, she said that's different. She just still is what she's talking about the shoes, my shoes. Gemma said yes. Hand clap, fire, fire, fire. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about, we got a couple minutes left. Let's wrap up the conversation. I know that Dr. Carr, you have an event coming up that we wanted to make sure that we put out there for the
Hmm,
viewers.
Yes.
okay.
You want me to talk about it?
Go for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So it's basically, blockchain, it's business accelerator. Maybe someone is out there and maybe you have a business already, no matter how far along you are in the business. This is an event that my husband and I are doing. So yes, there will be men. I know we do a lot of women's event, we do have events with the men, but it deals with blockchain. It deals with marketing. So it doesn't matter. Even if you're interested in just starting a business and you don't know where to start, we would talk about blockchain. We would talk about marketing. It's a
Beautiful.
2-day event. Talk about how to tell your story.
Mm,
I mean, you hear a lot of
good.
people talking about that, and there's a right and a wrong way to do it, to be honest with you, because you don't want to
Mm,
just pour on people, but you want people to see themselves in your story and the triumph
Mm,
at the end. So no matter what happened in the middle, so there's a proper way to tell your
mm,
story. So so it can be impactful because you don't just want to just spill all your beans and then people are like, okay, well, what do we do with this? But you
yeah.
want people to be able to walk away from hearing your story and feel empowered. So we'll talk about that at the event, talking about the new financial um, front that's coming that a lot of people are hearing about. They're hearing about blockchain, they're hearing about NFTs, and they're like, what does all of this mean? The metaverse, what does any of it mean? But
Mm,
we'll have this event. We'll deep dive into that. It's 2 days, June 17th and 18th. Put that on your calendar. If you're available, then absolutely. That's the link right there. The Blockchain Business Accelerator is on Eventbrite, so you can find it there. It will be in the Chicagoland area. It doesn't mean that if you're not in the Chicagoland area that you can't attend, but that is where it's taking place. So plan ahead, bring some friends. It is June 17th and 18th at the Tinley Park Convention Center, the south
beautiful.
suburbs of Chicago, Tinley Park Convention Center. That's June 17th and 18th. It's an all-day event, both days, 10 to 5. And we're going to have some fun, and then you get to network and just meet some amazing people from all over the world. So this is part of what we do. So thank you for the
No,
opportunity to share.
thank you. No, I love it. Like I said, I loved your vibe. When I met you yesterday, it was just like I hit it off with you, and I knew it was like, let me bring her on because I know women are gonna love her. And then of course, let's promote your website, right? Lifebycar.com. What
mm.
can we find on this website, Dr. Carr?
You can find my jackets, the hula hoops that I have. We didn't get a chance to talk about that. I have weighted
Ooh.
hula hoops the massage acupressure notes that actually help to detox. See, we used to do a lot of stuff as kids, right? We run around, we play, we jump rope, we ride bikes, we use pogo sticks and all of this stuff. We were playing, but we were working out. So let's get back to that. No one said that we could. So I have my weighted hula hoops on there. I have my jackets and my hoodies on there now, and I'll continue to add different things. I have affirmations that are coming, affirmation cards that are just, I mean, they, as you go through them, there are about 20 of them, and they will make you cry because it just is centered. And so all of that, you know, we're just going to continue to grow the website, just continue to just, you know, impact the world one person at a time, just so that they can know that they can live in full expression.
Amen.
Beautiful. I love this. So check out her website, everyone, Life by Car. And then, of course, you have the Eventbrite link. I know that's super long, so I'll just put it in the comment section of the broadcast as well. Or I'm sure they can find you on social media and find it online as well, right? If you go to Eventbrite and put Blockchain Business Accelerator, I'm pretty sure it'll pop up in the search engine, correct?
Absolutely.
And then, of course, for everyone watching, you can still follow her. I also put her Instagram, Life by Cara Official. So check her out on Instagram. Now, I got to make sure that I put in this plug right here and I talk about the event that we're having on Saturday. So Jamalet, who's on with us, she actually is a strong member of our community, and her daughter was diagnosed with, a form of kidney cancer in young children. So we wanted to make sure that we do things for our community, right? We love to do things for our community and be the hands and feet of Jesus, right? We want to serve, and we want to be that community that supports, right? So we want to encourage everyone to come out. We'll be on the north side of Chicago by Broadway and Granville, or Broadway and Clark. We'll be raising funds. All proceeds are going to her and her family to help with medical expenses. And the beautiful thing is, Dream Nutrition Cafe is donating the tea party and the space for her. So other great women from our community are just coming alongside. So I want to encourage, if you want to come, hang out for 2 hours. You don't have to have a daughter. You could bring your daughter if you want and have her participate, but if you don't, it's fine as well. We just want to show some love to Zoe, and she will be there as well with Jamalet. So it's just a good time to just support her, right? That's really our goal behind it. So again, I'll show the flyer one more time for those that are watching. And if you're watching the replay, pause it. It's Dream Nutrition Cafe, 6206 North Broadway, Chicago, Illinois, 60660. It's this Saturday from 4 to 6. You can sell me the tickets. It's $40 per ticket to that sale that's right there. So I really appreciate you guys. And Jamalet, she's watching. She said, thank you.
I can't make it, but I would love to make a donation if that's okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You could send it to me. I'll forward it to her. Or we also have her GoFundMe, but I think the GoFundMe takes fees because I know I've set up GoFundMes. So we'll make sure she gets it.
Perfect. So I'll do it from myself and my husband, you know, through our nonprofit and through our royal order. Because, you know, we're both knighted. So I'll just make that donation directly and I'll send it to you.
Beautiful. Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Dr. Carr, for just spending your morning with us. You're amazing, and I love it. And I love Kim. Thank you for being on with us this morning. And if you want to learn anything else about our community, I got a bit.ly link /meet Jennifer Sanchez. All the events, all the things we do is there, all the websites. I got like a million of them. So just go check it out, because I'm not going to sit here and tell every website I got. So God bless you guys. And you guys have a fabulous rest of your week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.